had been cut into his forehead. This much I had learned even before we reached the gates of Prague, from travellers on the way out of the city, and excitable taverners along the road who delighted in recounting every new detail they gleaned from those passing through. His name was Zygmunt Bartos, and he had been the Emperor Rudolf's current favourite among the legions of scryers, distillers, prophets, conjurers, stargazers, physicians and mountebanks, who toiled inside and outside the walls of the great castle on the hill, all vying to be the first to succeed in presenting the Emperor with his heart's desire, the philosopher's stone. Naturally, there was a surfeit of theories surrounding the gruesome end of Bartos, who had been found on the morning of that chill March day I was due to arrive in Prague. The Ides of March, as it happened, the old Roman deadline for the settling of debts. I wondered if that was significant. By noon, the road was buzzing with definitive versions. He had been attacked by a jealous rival who wished to steal his magical secrets. He had killed himself in despair because he knew his mission was doomed. This one did not find many supporters on account of the obvious practicalities. He had sold his soul to the devil in return for forbidden knowledge, and the devil had exacted his price. This last was seized upon with relish, thanks to the legend of Dr. Faustus, which had been published in the German language the previous year and proved popular with readers. But one word recurred more than any other as we rode those last 10 miles towards the city walls in the fading light of the afternoon. Golem. Maestro, what exactly is this golem? I turned to my travelling companion with my best expression of forbearance. Bestseller, for the 1000th time, don't call me Maestro. He blinked his pale eyelashes at me, as if we had not already had this conversation repeatedly along the road from Wittenberg. But you are my master, and I wish to acknowledge this by giving you a title of respect and honour in your own language. I know, but it makes me feel old, and I am not, strictly speaking, your master. He leaned back in the saddle to give me an appraising look. Well, you are quite advanced in years now, Dr. Bruno. When you do not shave for 2 days, there are flecks of silver in your beard, more than a few. He sounded apologetic, as if it were an unwelcome but necessary duty to inform me. In any case, I have chosen you to be my master, and therefore you are so. I'm 39, Bestseller. I ran my hand across my chin, piqued. And that is a quirk, shall we say, of Italian colouring. It's nothing to do with age. At least I can grow a beard. His eyes widened, as if I had struck him, and his head dropped. He fell silent, and I smiled to myself. Bestseller was 22, with those fair Germanic looks that meant he appeared barely 16, and needed to shave once a month at most, a shortcoming which made him acutely sensitive. I should not have mocked him. At his age, I recalled, I too had regarded anyone over 30 as half in their grave. You have really never heard of the golem? I asked, to change the subject. He perked up. I know only that it is some kind of Jewish monster. Not a monster, a creature, like a man, but fashioned from clay, as God made Adam. Only a great rabbi steeped in the secrets of the Kabbalah can breathe life into it by performing certain rituals and incantations. Then he must carve the word emet, truth, on the golem's forehead, and it will obey its master in everything. But on the Sabbath he must erase the word from the creature's head, so that it can rest according to the law. I shifted position in the saddle and lowered my voice for effect. The story goes that once, on Sabbath Eve, a rabbi had begun to erase the word, but was called away after the first letter, leaving the word met, Hebrew for death. The creature went on the rampage, destroying everything in its path, until at the last moment the rabbi was...